Yo, yo, Ryan Gibson Podcast. The title of today's episode is Bottom Feeding Niggas. Bottom feeding people. If we want to keep out the profanity, bottom feeding men. So, the title is Bottom Feeding Niggas. So, let's do this. And listen, because I'm not going to say it again. The definition of bottom feeding niggas, and hear me out and listen well. The definition of a bottom feeding nigga is a dude who's going to swoop in and get whatever the fuck he can. It's a male who, regardless of the situation, regardless of the historical significance, regardless of the health it is to your mentality, is going to swoop in and get whatever he can get. Bottom feeding nigga. A bottom feeding nigga, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that is going to take whatever leftovers that he can. Whatever leftovers that he can get, he's going to take it and he's going to act as if this is the fucking prime main course. He is going to act like this is the best thing ever. However, he is a bottom feeding nigga. So a bottom feeding nigga is going to take your scraps from your dinner and put it on his own plate and try to act as if that is his own new fresh meal. However, this is a bottom feeding nigga. He is a bottom feeding nigga. A bottom feeding nigga? A bottom feeding man? A bottom feeding person is going to take whatever a man left over and use as if it's his own. When that ship already had a pilot, a main pilot doesn't need a co-pilot. A bottom feeding nigga is going to take it. That's a bottom feeding nigga. And let's delve a little bit deeper. When a man is with a woman and they're together so long, whether they got married or not, they procreated, they had a child or children, that is his woman. That is his. This society is going to tell you some bullshit, simps. And you guys are gonna add to the bullshit, simps. And this society will tell you that's okay. Women will tell you that's okay, simps. It is not okay. You bottom feeding nigga. It is not okay. When a man has children with a woman, that is his woman. There's no reason why another man should look at her in the sense that I want her to be mine. She's already fucking spoken for. She's already fucking spoken for. And there's so many other women. Hold on. Calm down, you motherfucking simp. There's so many other women. You don't have to settle. I won't call you king. Simps are not kings. There's so many other women, simps, that you can take and make your own fucking ship. Your own fucking cargo. Your own fucking directions. Simp, you bottom feeding simp nigga. That is what a bottom feeding nigga is. Most simps, actually all simps actually are bottom feeding niggas. But no, let me correct that. Most simps are. Because not every simp go for a woman who already have kids and already spoken for. Not every simp. Not every simp. Some of you simps mess with women who aren't already spoken for. So excuse me. But most simps are bottom feeding niggas. And let me just set this shit up right away. Let me clear the air on this situation. A lot of people like to sit around, women especially, and act as if Ciara leveled up from Future. You did not, bro. You did not level up from Future. Russell Wilson, he's a bottom feeding nigga. Stephon Diggs, he's a bottom feeding nigga. They are bottom feeding niggas. Ciara did not level up when she got with Russell Wilson. Let's turn back the hands of time. People, Russell Wilson and Ciara, they're not even each other's types. Let me take you back. Russell Wilson doesn't want Ciara. He wasn't even interested in black women. His wife was white. His ex-wife is white. Yes, he was married. Russell Wilson was married. Russell Wilson was ready to settle down with his snow bunny. He did not think about a black woman. Russell Wilson was done. Russell Wilson believes in marriage with the same ideals he has now pertaining to marriage he had back then. So that tells you that Russell Wilson was finished with everything else. He wanted to be with his snow bunny, his white queen. That's what Russell Wilson wanted. However, in 2014, he filed for divorce from his white queen, his snow bunny. He filed for divorce. Why did you file for divorce, Russell Wilson? Was it that you realized that you actually want a black queen, a black strong sister? No, that's not it. Your snow bunny cheated on you. She cheated on you, boy. She cheated on you, dude. Not only was there accusations of her cheating on him with her ex-boyfriend, she cheated on him with his Seattle Seahawks teammate. Rumors, that is. She cheated on you with your teammate. Damn. So, Russell Wilson's type is not even black women. So all these black women that are so happy, because Ciara found a man, he's not even really with his type. Ciara, Russell Wilson is not your type. Look at Ciara's day in history. Future Hendrix, Pluto, free bands. Russell Wilson does not look like him. Russell Wilson is not cool like him. Russell Wilson is a motherfucking square. Russell Wilson is not in the field that Ciara worked in. Ciara was in the music industry. Russell Wilson is not in the music industry. They don't have similar interests. Prior to Future, big names such as Bow Wow and 50 Cent as well as Future. Shout out to Future, shout out to 50, and shout out to Bow Wow. None of those three, and that's not her full dating history, however, none of those three look like Russell Wilson at all. But what those three share in commonality, is that they're all in the music industry. That's her type. Any of those three that propose to Ciara will be married to Ciara. Trust and believe me. Any of those three will be married to Ciara right now. That's her type. Russell Wilson, you're not her type. They're not each other's types. They separated in 2014. Same year she gave birth to his child, to his son, Ciara's first child. Same year that Russell Wilson and his wife had their divorce. They divorced 2014. As well as Ciara and Future breaking up in 2014, and she gave birth to Future's child in 2014. Russell Wilson's wife was his high school sweetheart. That's been his type since high school. Ciara, this been your type since you've been Ciara. They're not each other's types. So when Ciara realized she could not control Future, because women can't control men. It's just that they believe they can control men. However, when they realize they can't control men, they then want to cancel the relationship. They want to end the relationship. They want to leave when they realize they can't control men. So Ciara and Future did not work out. Literally. The next motherfucking year, she's with Russell Wilson, who is a bottom-feeding nigga. You're a bottom feeder nigga, Russell Wilson, because she literally gave birth the year before. She literally pushed out a baby from a fucking vagina a year before. And you are all on that like white is on rice. Uh-oh. Like Russell Wilson was on white before he became a bottom feeding nigga. Russell Wilson, that's not your type. You want a snow bunny. But when your marriage didn't work out, you became a bottom feeding nigga. You wanted to scoop up whatever the fuck you can get. That was Future's, not yours. That's the only man she had a child for at the time. You bottom feeding nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Find yourself a next snow bunny. Find yourself a woman who does not have children, you fucking bottom feeder. That shit is the same for Stefon Diggs. And I used to like you when you were in the Buffalo Bills. I used to like you. I'm still a huge fan of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Go Bills. I used to like you in the Buffalo Bills. You did your thing on the Vikings before you came over, but I was a huge fan. You bottom feeder nigga. You with Cardi B. And she's pregnant for you. Literally a year after giving birth to Offset's child. You bottom feeder? You bottom feeder nigga? What the fuck is wrong with you? How does a man look at a woman who literally gave birth a year prior and think, oh, I want that pussy to push out my child? What, nigga? What? What kind of man thinks like that? Oh, wait, a bottom feeder. You're a bottom feeder nigga. You fucking bottom feeder? It's so many women. And Stefon Diggs has children from before. He has a child from before. You fucking bottom feeder. But you're going to scoop up and get whatever you can get. Now, the difference with Stefon Diggs and Russell Wilson, Stefon Diggs could get other bitches. Russell Wilson is a square and a bottom feeder. However, if you don't be a bottom feeder, you could get bitches. Trust and calm down, simps. Y'all can get women. There's a lot of fucking women. But once you become a bottom feeder, you're a fucking bottom feeder. However, with Stefon Diggs, he fucks with other women. So that's what he has on top of Russell Wilson. But you're a fucking bottom feeder. There's so many other women. You have to understand, Stefon Diggs and Russell Wilson, there's so many other women that you guys can have to start your own legacy. You don't have to take a woman that has already begun her legacy. You fucking bottom feeder. So, people, y'all thinking that Ciara leveled up from Future? No. Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl, right? Don't forget the Legion of fucking Boom. Don't forget Cam Chancellor. Don't forget Earl Thomas. Do not forget Richard Sherman, Bobby Wagner, and the rest of the Seattle Seahawks defense. Don't forget Marshawn Lynch. Don't forget why the Seattle Seahawks won the fucking Super Bowl. And then look what happened when that bottom feeder tried to put it all on him. He threw a fucking pick and they lost to the Patriots. Who the fuck loses at that point? A fucking bottom feeder. Not only Russell Wilson lost, but the Seattle Seahawks lost, but they lost because of Russell Wilson. They lost because the bottom feeder was their fucking quarterback, and he had to make the last decision. That's why they lost. He didn't have to throw that fucking pass, and this is for my sports gurus. This is for my sports fans. He could have ran that shit in. Even if you don't want to hand it off to fucking Marshawn Lynch, you fucking bottom feeder. Even if the coaches call that play, go get the fucking touchdown, you fucking bottom feeder. Now that's Gibson sports in me that's coming out. Okay? But you're a fucking bottom feeder. No man looks at a woman who literally gave birth a year before and say, I want my child to come out of that vagina. No man but a fucking bottom feeder. And bottom feeders, it does not matter what they have in their bank account. As it's clear as day that Russell Wilson's a bottom feeder and Stefon Diggs is a bottom feeder. And they're rich. There's many simps in this world who not making that much money who are fucking bottom feeders. Ciara did not level up when she got with Russell Wilson. Future is a fucking trendsetter. He is the talk of the streets. His music fucking slaps. Many people fuck with Future more than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is the square. Who's not talking shit about Russell Wilson? Why? Because men know he's a fucking square. Women, let's put this shit down. The women who support Russell Wilson because he helped Ciara find fucking love as if she didn't find love with Future. You are women who would never go for fucking Russell Wilson unless you get in a position that you have to settle. Who the fuck want Russell Wilson? Don't talk about the money. Take away the money. Take away the money from Future and Russell Wilson. Y'all don't want a fucking Russell Wilson. Y'all don't want a fucking Russell Wilson. Who looks at a woman who literally gave birth a year ago and say, I want my child to come out of her? A fucking bottom feeder. So those are bottom feeder niggas. They are a great example of bottom feeder niggas. They are epitomes of bottom feeder niggas, Russell Wilson and Stefon Diggs. I can't necessarily say I root for Stefon Diggs on the football field, but I don't necessarily root against him for his bottom feeding behavior. I don't give a fuck. But I was a fan when he was on the Buffalo Bills. I was a fan. However, you also look at a bottom feeder nigga, they not at the top of their shit. They're bottom feeders. Stefon Diggs is far from the best wide receiver in football. Russell Wilson has never been the best quarterback in football. Never. And that's probably why they were just innate bottom feeders. But you can break through it, man. You can break through it. Some of you simps watching right now, you don't have to be a bottom feeder. Please, don't be a bottom feeder. Look at Future Free Bands. Who is the talk of the streets like Future is? Who done did the music shit like Future did? He's not a bottom feeder. And those were the examples of bottom feeders. And I'm pretty sure you guys, along with my earlier definition, you guys understand what a bottom feeder is. A bottom feeder nigga. He is a nigga. He's a man. He is going to get whatever he can get, whatever scraps he can get. Even though that man already created a family with that woman. Although that man already fucking fired up the motherfucking fire hose in the fucking ship or whatever that shit is. Started the fucking engine in the car. Started the fucking engine in the fucking airplane. Even though that shit is already spoken for. A bottom feeder is going to take it and act as if it is his. A bottom feeder is going to take it and act as if it's some brand new good shit. However, you fucking bottom feeder, go find your own shit. You fucking bottom feeder. That's bottom feeding niggas. And the thing with bottom feeding niggas, the women who get with bottom feeding niggas will never go for that nigga because that's not her type. That has only become her type because she is settling. She just wants to have something that is something. And when that something happens, it becomes desperation. They become desperate. Why do you think Ciara and Russell Wilson are having so many kids? Because he has something to prove. Being that Future had her first son, her first child, being that she gave birth, her first child she gave birth to was Future's son, Russell Wilson needs to try to top that. And the only way for him to top that is for him to have many children with her. He could never sit here and say, she gave birth to my child first. Russell Wilson, you cannot say that. You fucking bottom feeder. You cannot say that, Stefon Diggs. You fucking bottom feeder. You can't say that. And I don't think Stefon Diggs have any intent on having multiple children with Cardi B, although I don't know. However, everyone will have to admit Stefon Diggs is a little bit cooler than Russell Wilson. He got more being a man than Russell Wilson. We have to admit to that. However, with that said, they still fall in the same category as a bottom feeder. Now, you sit here and you look at this, Stefon Diggs. Are you okay with being in the same category as Russell Wilson? You think about that. Because that's what happened to bottom feeders. You guys are grouped with other bottom feeders. So if this does not help you, if this does not steer you away, men who are not yet bottom feeders, do not become a fucking bottom feeder. Because you are going to be grouped with other bottom feeders. Because you are all bottom feeders. That's what bottom feeders are. So women who settle for a bottom feeder, they would never go for that man. They would never even look his way in a serious manner. However, their life did not pan out in the manner in which they wanted it to. Why? Because they cannot control that man. So you see Ciara. Don't tell me that you guys don't think that she controls Russell Wilson, because she does. Look how she dressed one time to an event with Russell Wilson. Who the fuck will let the mother of their children dress like that? Not anything less than a fucking bottom feeder. Because you're being controlled, you little bitch. Stephon Diggs, I feel like he has more say so. However, the only reason you have that say so, the only reason you have that quote unquote freedom, Stephon Diggs, is because she's settling. She might think she can like you a little bit, but she doesn't really. She's getting attention from somebody now that her previous thing didn't work out. And now, Cardi, I feel like Cardi is much more immature than Ciara. Much more. So she thinks she's getting revenge. Ciara is just the revenge that women like Ciara, because I feel like, and Future will also definitely have to correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like she's more mature, but she might be immature in a sense of utilizing the children as a weapon. That's what I feel. But shit, Ciara could be in the same way of thinking she's getting revenge. Because how a year later are you with someone? That shit is ridiculous. Women get desperate. They get fucking desperate. I've witnessed it with my own two fucking eyes. Not long after giving birth, how the fuck could you be on dating sites? What the fuck is wrong with you? But I can't say my first baby mama is not damaged by societal norms, because she is. Women think that shit is okay. I told this to a woman in my family, and she said, "Oh, good for her." I'm like, "Bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? 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 Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? She said, "Oh, I'm happy for her. Good for her." How is it good for her? She just gave birth. She should be focused on breastfeeding and storing breast milk. How is that good for you to be on dating sites? That's stupid. You're still thinking about me. That is dumb. But the woman in my family who said that, she was going through shit with her husband because of his infidelities. And man, we don't cheat. We just display our natural instincts. Society says it's cheating, so women gonna follow whatever it says, because women don't really analyze the whole thing. Not all women, but most. So how is that good for her? That shit is stupid. Why would my first baby mama be on a dating website literally 1 to 2 months after giving birth? Are you fully healed? I remember like 7 months after giving birth to my son, me and my baby mama, we did shit, and it was like she was still lactating. And I'm like, bitch, milk is still coming out of your titties. I got milk out of them. If she was doing something from before and somebody else sucked those titties, which used to be my titties, that was my ship, that nigga tasted a breast milk that was produced for my child, that makes sense. Good for her because of that. It wasn't sweet either. It was actually bitter. I'm like, damn, bitch, did you drink or some shit? She drank a little alcohol, but it's like, damn, bitch, why the fuck was it bitter? That's what my son got to deal with. However, maybe it's because you were focusing on some wrong shit. Now, mind you, those used to be my titties. Loved them titties. They were mine. Not anymore. When women defile themselves, they defile themselves, but those were my titties. So 7 months after giving birth, you're still lactating. So if you did something before, you put pregnant titties in another nigga mouth, pregnant post-birth titties that wasn't a child for him. Everybody knows this because it could be somebody who just wants some pussy. Single mother pussy is the easiest pussy to get. Single mother pussy is the easiest pussy to get, period. Every man knows this shit. Every single man, every man who's with a woman, every poly man, every man knows this. Single mother pussy is the easiest pussy to get, right? They're desperate, so they looking for any type of attention. That's what single mother pussy be. So, You were feeding another nigga my child's milk? Damn. That's what happens when a desperate single mother looks for a bottom feeder. You women with your stupid intentions, with your stupid mentality, give up easy single mother pussy to somebody who didn't even put in any effort because the pussy got easier. Now your pussy is so less valuable. I was talking with my wife now that when a man has children with a woman, she's never more valuable to anyone else than that man. When it's her first children, and let me tell you what it means. I have two baby mamas. One I'm with, who's my wife, and one prior, who has two children for me. Prior to her becoming loose, because what society told her to do, she was not more valuable to anyone in this world other than me. You have my children. You are valuable to me. You're my woman. You're my bitch. You were taken care of. You were well taken care of. You're not more valuable to anyone else, because once you have children for a man, you are so invaluable. You lowered your standards. Now, a bottom feeder will come and scoop you up because a bottom feeder has no standards, right? But there's no one that you have more value to than your baby father. And your baby father can have multiple of those and still value each and every one in the manner in which they need to be valued. A lot of women love this comparison. However, when we men have multiple women, we value each of you in the way that you guys need to be valued. We understand the things that you guys need. We understand the compliments that you guys need on a daily basis. We understand that if some of you don't like compliments so much, we gotta not compliment you so much. We know when some of you have personalities, we need to pull back or push forward. That's what men can do. Women cannot do that. So everyone are valued in their own way. Not I value this one more than the other. No. Because that doesn't bode well with women. Why? Because when you display to a woman that you like her a lot and you love and care for her a lot, that woman takes it over the edge and they become stupid. They do dumb shit. A man doesn't do it. We're gonna fuck and we're gonna do what we do because we're fucking men. So when a woman loves us, it doesn't make us want to fuck with another bitch. We want to fuck with another bitch because that's who we are. That's how we are. But when a man does so much and displays so much shit for a woman, she takes advantage of that shit. She becomes controlling. That's what women do. Not all, but the most women do that. Most women do that. Men, please try to steer far away from being a bottom feeder nigga. There's a lot of women that's settling for bottom feeding niggas because they were too controlling to stay with their man and hold that shit the fuck down. They settle for a bottom feeder they can control. Russell Wilson, you're being controlled, you fucking bottom feeder, by a controlling motherfucking woman. Stephon Diggs, you're not being controlled by fucking Cardi B. However, you're a bottom feeder nigga who's with a woman who could not control her man. So she went with a man who she can't control either, but she can have a child with and get back at her first baby daddy. That's who you're with, because Cardi B is immature. Cardi B is not as mature as Ciara is. Even though Ciara is more mature than Cardi B, Ciara is a controlling woman who settled for a bottom feeder. So now look what happened with Cardi B and Ciara. Now they are in the same category. As big of an artist that Cardi B is she really categorized with Ciara? No, she's not. So now look what you've done, Cardi B. You done categorize yourself with Ciara. Now, people, my message today is don't be a bottom feeder. Don't settle for a bottom feeder. You are going to put yourself in categories with other people who are not in your category. You are settling and conforming to the societal norms that don't really look at you as a person, who never really looked at you as a person when we go back to what societal norms mean. Because societal norms today were societal norms in the fucking past. And in the past, societal norms said that black people had to be enslaved. So if you follow by societal norms, people, you are following the wrong thing. And with that said, this is the Ryan Gibson Podcast, and that's my episode on bottom feeding niggas. It's been a long time. I feel like this shit had to be spoken about. I feel like I had to call a couple of people out. Now, there's a lot of bottom feeders that's still out there, and if you guys want me to talk more about these fucking bottom feeders, I will do it. But the two that comes to my mind instantaneously are Russell Wilson especially. And then Stephon Diggs. So my whole point is, don't be a bottom feeder. And if there's any bottom feeders who want to get my first baby mother pregnant, you're a fucking bottom feeding bitch. And I really don't care. I really don't give a fuck. Just understand what you might be getting yourself into. In every aspect about it. Emotionally, physically, medically, mentally, everyly. It's a lot to deal with. And any man understands that, because women are a lot to deal with. Look at how angry Ben Affleck was at a time when he was putting Jennifer Lopez in the car, and look at her whole list of husbands. Man, we deal with a lot of shit. My baby mom's a winner now, and I love her to pieces. I said shorty to my first baby mom, and she was bitching about that shit too. Now, she does not seem like, and I tell her this shit all the time. I pray that, God forbid I'm not here, you continue with the teachings that I've taught you, because that's what men do. We teach women. We teach you guys how to navigate and survive in this world. So, but I tell her that shit all the time. But, she's a woman, y'all emotions. But y'all got to overcome that emotion shit and use some type of logic for things. So that's my message today. On the Ryan Gibson podcast. And listen, guys, if you guys want to debate any of the topics that I talk about, that I speak about, listen, like, share, subscribe, and follow, and write the email address, okay? Because we welcome guests. I set up an interview. If you want to come debate, come holler at me. This is the Ryan Gibson podcast, all right, guys? You guys be well. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. Beast Kitchen, R&B Gang, R&B Talk, Ryan Gibson podcast, Ryan Gibson, guys. Follow TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, guys. Check it out. Gibson Studios. Guys, look at here. I'm going to show you guys the whole podcast area. If you have a podcast that you want to be filmed, edited, recorded, and handed back to you, and you want good quality work done, Gibson Studios is here to help, guys. We do photography, we do videography, we do podcasting, audio setup. If you guys want to record music, listen, Gibson Studios, okay, guys? Any weddings, any baby showers, any parties, any funerals, Gibson Studios, we are here to help, okay, guys? Like, share, subscribe, and follow, guys. This is the Ryan Gibson podcast, guys, and I am out.
Welcome to my podcast. What's the topic? What's the word? Subscribe and broadcast. Hottest trends, top talk, discussion, busting all that. Hit the like, we on the mic. Hey, let's talk that. Welcome to my podcast. What's the topic? What's the word? Subscribe and broadcast. Hottest trends.